So I spent the entire month of November healing. I had just gotten out of a very long-term relationship and realized that I have not healed from any of my relationships. As a DV survivor, someone who had experienced a near fatal incident, I definitely did not recognize the fact that my red flag meter was off. Okay. I had on rose tinted glasses. Okay. And the problem is that when you experience such severe things, it really taints how bad something is, if that makes sense. So if the worst case scenario is everything else pales in comparison. And then you fail to realize all the ways that your relationships are unhealthy, or all the ways that they're just not working for you the way that they should. And not realizing that you are worthy of a healthy relationship. You are worthy of a healthy relationship. Okay, I just wanted to let that settle and sit, because you're worthy of a healthy relationship. So let's talk about some red flags, because nobody ever talks about it, so we might as well, right? Red flag number 1: they don't take no for an answer. Legitimately, they don't take no for an answer. And if you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's just say they want to get something to eat and you don't want Taco Bell, but they really want Taco Bell. They will hound you until you finally give in and decide you want to get Taco Bell, because they know that you would rather do anything than fight with a partner, because they know that your nervous system cannot handle constant conflict and arguing. I mean, no one can, but especially not you. So they know you're going to give in. And so they don't take no for an answer, because they know eventually your no is going to be a yes. Red flag, baby. Red flag. Yeah. Let's go to number 2. They use all the things that they have done in their lifetime as a way to prove who they are as a person, as a way to prove that they're a good person. They use their job, they use their accomplishments, they use all of these wonderful, witty stories of all the great things that they have done to prove to you who they are, but it doesn't match who they are in reality. Right? So let's just say, someone has won a Nobel Peace Prize, but they talk to you like you are dirt every single day. It doesn't match, baby. It doesn't match. We cannot hurt ourselves with the expectations of others, right? We can. We do. We shouldn't hurt ourselves with the expectations of others. We have an idea of who a person is by what they say, by how they present themselves, what they do, but what are they doing in everyday life, and does it match with who they say they are? If the answer is no, it's time to go. Okay, number 3. They don't let arguments end. Yeah, if you know, that person that you can agree to disagree, you can think of all the ways that you'll do things differently, you will find a way to close the discussion, you will apologize a million times, and yet they still want blood. They want blood, and there's nothing that you can do to satisfy that person, right? An example of this, you have an argument, you have a conversation, and at the end of it, you're like, okay, we're going to walk away from this, and we are not going to argue about this anymore today. We're going to leave it be. Here's the things that I'm going to do differently right now. And and whatever thing they say they're going to do differently, if they even agree or get to that point, right? And then 10 minutes later, they walk to the sink and they're like, why do you always leave these dishes in here? Looking for a new way to start the argument. Okay, so yeah, they're not having that argument anymore, but they found a new thing to yell at you about. Yeah, baby, no, red flag. Red flag. Red flag. Because the thing is, again, this goes with they don't take no for an answer. They don't care about how you feel or what you need. If you are telling them, I feel dysregulated, I cannot continue with this argument, I cannot continue with this conversation, we're going to have to find another way to have this conversation or end this conversation. And they take that as the worst thing that you've ever done because they're not done yelling at you yet, or they're not done expressing how they feel. And they find another way to start an argument just so that they can come back and finish that expression of frustration. No, baby, you're not their punching bag. You are not their diary. Tell them to bring it to God or their therapist because you're not it. Those are the 3 for now. I'm sure I'll be back later because there's lots. All right, I love you. Take care of yourself and you deserve the world. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise.